So for this assignment, we had to set three goals. And so the three goals I set for myself are these. The first goal was that I wanted to stop being more of a procrastinator and start completing my homework more ahead of the deadline than I usually had been. The second was to start asking for help when I needed it more often because I had a hard problem with that in the past and I really wanted to work on that. And the third was to really hone down my Spanish speaking abilities and to work on that because I love Spanish and I knew that it could help me be a better communicator. And so I really just hope to use all these skills in ways that could really help me communicate and be more productive. And so to start off with the first goal, I wanted to finish my schoolwork at least a week ahead of the deadline. And so I started doing that, and I found myself becoming more of a habit rather than just pushing myself to do that. And I'm really grateful for that because I was losing like a lot of the stress that I had been feeling a lot, and I found myself more able to work on a lot more of assignments in a lot more approachable and not carefree, but just like less stressful way. And so, yeah, that really helped me. And I know that I can use those skills as I continue going into my life, whether that be like at work or in another school setting. Like as I go through college, I know I can keep using that skill. The second skill was a touch harder for me to work on because, as I said, it gave me a lot of stress. But I started asking a lot more people for help, whether that be my classmates or my teacher, which I had problems with in the past. But I tried and I did it a little more, not that much, but I became a lot more comfortable with the idea of asking others for help, especially in terms of peer editing. And that definitely improved the quality of my paper and my work as I went forward. And I know that I will keep continuing working on this skill now that I have seen all the positive benefits. Lastly was the one that I really loved the most. It was really focusing on Spanish and the tense usage and just being able to be a better communicator and be more confident in my Spanish speaking ability. And so with Spanish 202, it was a class that focused on tenses I hadn't gone over yet, which was super important to me because they come up a lot more often than I thought they had. And I've noticed that my Spanish has improved greatly and I I've become more confident and I had more fun speaking Spanish than I had in the past. And so to me, being able to speak in another language is super important because you can it's a lot easier to problem solve like what you're trying to say when you have to think of how to describe it. Like you've had experience describing things you don't know how to say in another language. So if you don't know how to say it in English, it's a lot more easier to have to describe it because you've had to do it in another language. And so to me, it's a lot easier to explain things now because I've had to do it in a non-native language of mine. But it was a goal I had a lot of fun with, and it wasn't like impossibly hard. So I appreciate that. But yeah, in the end, I really tried to complete all these goals, and I think I did rather well. The only one that I would love to keep working on, well, I'll keep working on them all, but the one that needs the most help would be asking for help more often. But yeah, I'm grateful that I was able to set these goals, and I will definitely keep continuing on these in the future.